The Chargers may have just discovered their next breakout star. And he wasn't even drafted. That's right. Rookie cornerback Nico Reed is making serious noise at training camp. Undrafted, overlooked, but now he's turning heads, practice after practice. Coaches notice. Players whisper. Reporters keep circling his name. But before we dive into this rising star's journey, take a quick second, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on the Chargers. Alright, let's jump into the latest buzz from camp. Reed's been electric. He picked off a pass and took it to the house last Thursday, a pick six that lit up the field and made the sidelines erupt. But this wasn't a one-time flash. Through 10 camp practices, he's been consistently making plays. What makes this even more exciting? The Chargers already pulled off late-round magic last year with 2 fifth-round corners. Now, an undrafted gem might be next. Finding corners like Reed isn't easy. Elite athletes often drift toward playing wide receiver, which leaves fewer high-level prospects on the defensive side. So when you find someone who can actually cover today's fast, explosive receivers, that's gold. And right now, Nico Reed might just be that gold. When a team finds value in an undrafted rookie, it's more than just a good story. It's a shortcut to success. That's exactly what the Chargers are aiming for. Whether you call it a rebuild or a full reset, the blueprint is becoming clear. Build through the draft. Stay away from overpriced free agents. Invest smart. And above all, scout better than anyone else. They aren't throwing big checks at aging stars. No splashy headlines in March. Just carefully targeted, budget-friendly moves, and a belief that diamonds can be found late in the draft, or even after it ends. It's bold. But it only works if you keep finding hidden gems like Nico Reed. Or the next guy who's quietly gaining momentum, Lambert. After losing a wide receiver to retirement, the Chargers suddenly had a hole in the room. No panic moves. No desperate signings. Instead, Lambert has stepped in and shown why he belongs. Crisp routes. Reliable hands. Confidence growing with every snap. In a system like this, weapons matter, and he's looking like one they didn't even expect to have. This is how smart teams win. Not just by drafting well, but by turning undrafted names into future starters. Let's talk about something Chargers fans should be genuinely excited about, the eye test. And Lambert is absolutely passing it. Watch the tape. He moves like a pro. Sharp cuts, smooth acceleration, confident hands. He doesn't look like a guy trying to make the roster. He looks like a guy ready to contribute right now. And just when you think he's shown it all, boom, another highlight. The guy keeps stacking reps. Consistency is key in camp, and he's delivering. Now, let's zoom out for a second. Fans were worried this offseason. No flashy free agent receivers. No major trade. It felt like a quiet approach at a time when noise was expected. But instead of panic moves, the Chargers stuck to their plan. Draft smart. Build deep. Stay patient. And now that patience is paying off, take a look at how this roster has been built. Last year, they went with trench power early, guys like Joe Alt. Then came the receivers, the corners, the weapons. This year, they doubled down again. Armin Gadsden at wideout. Late-round backs. Secondary depth. All calculated. All value. That's the blueprint. Keep stacking talent, especially at positions where development matters. And right now, we're watching that strategy unfold, with Lambert quickly becoming a prime example. There's a reason smart teams lean on the draft, because young players rise. They improve, they adapt, and most importantly, they grow with your franchise. That's not always the case with high-priced free agents. As talented as they might be, most of them have already peaked. You're not paying for what they will be. You're paying for what they used to be. And that gamble? It rarely works out. But when you build through ascending talent, guys like Lambert, you're betting on the future, not the past. Just look at his body of work so far in camp. Whether it's climbing the ladder for a jump ball, adjusting midair for a tough back shoulder catch, or just creating instant separation, he's been making plays that scream unguardable. 3 different angles, 3 different catches, same result. The defense left guessing. Now, Let's swing over to the other side of the ball. Another name starting to make waves again, Elijah Molden. The veteran defensive back has been working his way back from an off-season injury. And now, just days before the preseason opener, he's looking sharp. His recovery has been methodical, smart, focused. He's been building his body back the right way, and the Chargers coaching staff is taking notice. With Molden returning to form and Nico Reed continuing to shine, this secondary suddenly has layers of talent, a blend of experience and youthful energy. And that's exactly what you want heading into the first live action of the year. The countdown is on, and a lot of eyes will be watching these names closely. It's a bit surreal, isn't it? We're still in July, yet in just a couple of days, the Chargers hit the field. Now, sure, the starters won't be going full tilt. We all know how these early matchups work. But still, the fact that we'll finally see helmets clashing, live reps, and real competition, that's something worth getting excited about. This time of year hits different. There's a buzz in the air. You've got training camp battles, rookies trying to make their case, and preseason storylines slowly starting to unfold. It's the calm before the storm. But the storm is coming. And you know it's football season when you start paying more attention to the Hall of Fame ceremonies than the beach. That's when it really hits. You see those gold jackets. And suddenly, it's not just a tribute. It's a memory lane. Because when you're a kid, those Hall of Famers feel ancient. Names you never watched, highlights you barely recognize. But now, you see LaDainian Tomlinson's bust and think, that was my era. Barry Sanders? A living legend you actually saw in real time. It's a reminder that the game keeps moving, but the love for it only grows. Back to the Chargers, guys like Nico Reed and Kendra Lambert-Smith are what this time of year is all about. Unknown names earning attention, underdogs making plays, roster battles taking shape. And while this upcoming game might not count in the standings, it counts for something bigger: momentum, identity, evaluation. This is where teams start to separate potential from production. So whether you're a diehard Chargers fan or just a football junkie craving some action, this is the start of something special. It's a reminder that the game keeps moving, but the love for it only grows. Back to the Chargers, guys like Nico Reed and Kendra Lambert-Smith are what this time of year is all about. Unknown names earning attention, underdogs making plays, roster battles taking shape. And while this upcoming game might not count in the standings, it counts for something bigger: momentum, identity, evaluation. This is where teams start to separate potential from production. So whether you're a diehard Chargers fan or just a football junkie craving some action, this is the start of something special.